welcome all. Welcome to Shout from the Heart. I would like to take this time to introduce myself. My name is Isaiah Pfeiffer, and again, I have to uh, retract and do some explaining just a little bit before we get started. I took down last week's episode because of something that I said to my brother that shouldn't have been said over the air. So for that, I apologize. And with that being said, welcome to the show. You can always comment, like, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And my cameraman Justice is holding it down. I'm assuming that my mom will be in here shortly. But yeah, it's Shout from the Heart. Going to talk about the NBA draft, WNBA draft. The NFL drafts, the double standards in men's and women's sports that need to be addressed, because as a sports fan, I need to address that. There's a couple of double standards that need to be addressed, more so the pay, and that stems off of a story that I'll talk about later. And the story that we're getting ready to get into now. So everybody knows that I'm a huge rap fan. You know, I listen to other things, gospel, R&B. I gravitate more towards rap because before I got fully into the church, that's all I would really listen to. There's nothing, wrong with that per se, but as you got to have a balance to it. You can't just be listening to it 24/7. A lot of this new stuff now, you don't even know what they're talking about. But that just goes back to, you got to guard your ear gate, your heart gate, and you also have to have a spirit of discernment, because half the stuff that they say in that music, I'm not going to go out there and do that and partake in that. But I listen to that, and I try not to listen to too much rapping with cussing in it, but I digress. This conversation that I'm about to get into may be a gray area for some, if you're not like a hip hop fan, or if you're not a music fan in general, so just bear with me. Ghostwriters, and I have to introduce this, ghostwriters are people who write songs for other rappers or artists, and it's kind of getting a lot of controversy, because especially in the hip hop world, it's not cool per se to have somebody else write a rap for you. It's not deemed popular. However, a lot of artists have used ghostwriters, and a lot of artists who criticize artists for using ghostwriters have used them themselves. They just want to downplay it. Really, everybody has used a ghostwriter in the past before. So it begs the question, does this generation really care about ghostwriters? Yes and no. Ghostwriters don't really have much of an effect as long as the music is good. As long as the music is portrayed in a right way. I have borrowed flows before from other people as well. I had a whole song that was written to me years ago by another person who we still talk. We fell out for a little bit, but we still talk now. Yeah, so no, this generation doesn't really care about ghostwriters, but at the same time, it doesn't really matter. But I digress from that topic. I'm moving on from that because that's a gray area for some. And I know you guys all want to talk about the main event, the main topics, what's coming up next Thursday through Saturday, and what has already came as of this past Monday. Let's start with what has already came with this past Monday. Chicago Sky draft Angel Reese and Camilla in the WNBA draft.
That's going to be good.
They're teammates. There's an angel in the sky, and Camilla is on a warpath to do some damage, destruction, danger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they're both minorities. See, they're both, one's black and one's Hispanic descent. So, there you go. And then, of course, shocker. Not really a shocker, but Caitlin Clark, went to Indiana. Number one, obviously. Who didn't see that coming? But, yeah. My thing is, don't hype Caitlin Clark up too much. I mean, I respect her. I gravitate more towards Angel Reese and Camilla. But I respect Caitlin Clark for what she's attempting to do with the WNBA and drawing more people in. I think actually we talked about that last night before the pre-show in my sports show, that they're moving one of their games to the NBA stadium so they can draw double the seating. So instead of 10,000, it's going to be 20,000. Trying to sell out tickets now, trying to
it's
get all
gonna be
that
some
stuff.
sold tickets. I'm here to tell you.
Ticket sales and everything. It's being sold out. And we already got the jerseys on Fanatics.
Oh, yeah. Zay, you need to do
Caitlin
that.
Clark has already got her jersey up out there. I think Angel Reese's jersey is on there. I'm not sure. I have to look on there again on the Chicago Sky. But got to do that quickly. But I digress because I want to get to something that's really bothering me, is the double standards. Before I get into all that, I got to introduce the fact of what I have right here on this table. You see it. You know what's coming up next week. You know what day it is next week. Thursday night, 8 o'clock. I just saw the commercial with Roger Goodell and Eminem. Roger Goodell talking about some welcome to the D. Eminem talking about some, no, just say Detroit. Just say Detroit, man. Am I getting punked? Just say Detroit.
Oh, you gonna show him your shirt? What's your shirt say? Because it did not get banned this season.
No, it didn't.
Did not get banned. The brotherly shove.
The brotherly shove. But here's the thing: we
don't
the
have
offensive
Jason.
coordinator. We don't have the Jason. So you may not see the tush push this year. You may not see the brotherly shove.
We don't know.
But we got a new offensive coordinator. You see, you got to think Nick Sirianni and our boy that, what's his name?
Hi.
Hey everybody that's joining in on TikTok, by the way. What's his name? Who?
Juergens?
No, the offensive coordinator.
Moore.
Bye. No.
Oh, Brian Johnson.
Yeah, Brian Johnson. That was their play design.
Oh, okay.
So maybe, and you know, Kellen Moore had, remember when he was with Dallas on 4th and 1 situation, they lined up as if they were going to run shotgun run. But it turned out they had Dak Prescott rolling off the side of like a bootleg and throwing it off to the running back.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see. How about that?
It's going to be interesting. But I say get a backup center because Cam Juergens is going to be starting, and as of right now, he has no backup.
Wasn't he handpicked?
Yes, he was handpicked by Jason Kelsey.
So I got confidence in him.
Cam Juergens, he's played a couple snaps because Kelsey had to, come out a couple times. So he's played a couple snaps. I mean, we've seen him play before. It's not the end of the world. It's just that we need another backup. And we also could use some safeties. I know we just signed Blankenship, but Blankenship he's iffy. He has his days, He's still known for that 4th and 30 that he let go during our Super Bowl run in 2022. But he's redeemed himself. I think he had, 3 interceptions this year? 3 interceptions, 3 picks?
Yeah.
And he was our leading interception leader, our leading tackler. Anybody was better than your boy that went to the Broncos. I can't remember his name. Somebody that Dad didn't like, and I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But
Singleton.
Yeah, there he is. God, you just let people Singleton and the hip tackle. Oh my God, the hip tackle. What is that? I can't tackle you below the. Well, nobody wants to see you leg tackle anybody. Just wrap up. But it does kind of take away some of the game, though. So what are we going to be able to do if we can't hip tackle? What? So we just gonna grab them by the pads? Well, that's holding. So what? How are we gonna tackle these guys and just bring them down? How are we gonna do that? We can't. I don't know. I gotta see how that's gonna work. Oh, and by the way, they said we probably.
Hi, Evan. Thank you.
Evan, like our Evan.
Yes, like your little cousin, your cousin Evan. He said he see you, bro.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate
Justice says, "Hey, Evan."
I appreciate it. I thought that was a different Evan. But in Brazil, I'm told that we cannot wear our green home jerseys, like this forest green home jerseys, because there's a rivalry going on with some team in Brazil against another team or something like that. That's what I'm told. But we probably gonna end up wearing the black uniforms anyway, because we don't even know what time the games
Have
are.
we wore black in a long time? I feel like we haven't wore black in a long time.
I know that's gonna be technically our first home game, technically.
Mm-hmm.
But seeing as though it's a international game overseas, it's going to be played on a neutral site. So even though we're slated as the home team for that particular game, let's not sleep on the fact that the Green Bay Packers were in the playoffs, made it farther than what we did in the playoffs, upset the Cowboys.
They really did upset the Cowboys. That was crazy.
The Cowboys did, and by the way, Evan has renounced his
Cowboys
fandom.
card.
Yeah.
What is he now?
He's a Saints fan from last I checked, but unless you want to claim, unless he wants to claim the Cowboys again and
Grandma
just
not gonna have that.
Ride that wave him up. Man, this man was an Eagles fan at first. Then he transitioned to a Panthers fan or whatever fan before that. Then he was a Cowboys fan.
Broncos.
Broncos. Now all of a sudden this man is just riding the ship with the Saints.
Hey, I like the Saints.
I like the Saints too.
Juwan
You know
Johnson,
why?
I like him.
Yeah, I like him too. But A.T. Perry
Okay.
came from Wake Forest.
Oh, okay.
That's why I liked him too. You know, we got a receiver that came out in the draft.
Yeah. He doing good too. Doing good.
Oh yeah. He was their leading receiver. You know, you see it.
He doing good.
They got shafted out of the playoffs. They got really shafted because Baker Mayfield ain't had no business being in there. None. Because he ran up against them Lions and just got shot down.
Yeah.
And mark my words, the Lions will be back.
Oh yeah.
That is a team
they're going to
watch
come
out
back with a vengeance this year.
That is
Detroit is going to
out
come
for.
back with a vengeance.
But what will they do in the draft?
I don't know.
What will we do in the draft? Matter of fact, what will oh my God.
Well, I don't know. What place is the 49ers? When do they get their pick?
31st.
Because, the 49ers are going to be the ones who...
They're the most delusional, unrealistic fan base, most annoying fan base outside of our rival Cowboys. I can't stand them. Hate is such a strong word. I can't stand the fans. I can't stand the team. Debo run that mouth too much. Kyle Shanahan act like he don't know how to coach. And then the defensive coordinator they got rid of, we don't even know this defensive coordinator. And yet and still them fans talking about, we going back. We better than the Eagles. We this, we that. The difference between the Cowboys and the 49ers is the Cowboys haven't been to a Super Bowl since 1995. Every time the 49ers go to the Super Bowl, and I see your hand, Justice, every time the 49ers go to the Super Bowl, they choke. They can get there. There's an old saying. It don't matter what you do to get there. All that matters is what you do when you get there. I got any comments, questions?
Not yet.
Stop me anytime, please.
Okay.
Justice, go ahead.
I would just like to say a few things to the 49ers. Boo!
Should we cry?
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, I'm good.
You said a few things, so that meant that you were going to continue with just that one thing.
Never mind.
No.
Keep going.
No.
Just keep going.
No, you had more to say, right?
No.
Okay, because I'm going to get into the double standard of this sports thing.
Go ahead.
First of all...
Oh, wait a minute. Who do you suggest the 49ers draft?
Tune in next week to the Crossover Sports Show
Oh, yeah. At
100.7 WLJF FM. 100.7 WLJF FM, The Joy.
Starts at
YouTube
7.
starts at 7 o'clock.
Eastern
to
Standard
8
Time.
Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you keep your comments cool, clean, and copacetic. That's for you, Radar. That is for you. But I cannot tell you that because that would be me spoiling.
Oh,
part
yeah. He
2
does have to he
of
do
the
that,
draft.
but
So
next Friday he can, if you
I
don't
can
tune
recap.
in, he will recap what he thinks.
I
So
can recap.
he can't do that right now. I forgot about
I can
that, baby.
recap part 1 of what I did, but I don't. Do I have any Packers fans, Giants fans, and who's the other one? that
Any
I
Packer
did?
fans
And the Panthers fans. I need those to come forward because I can pull it up on my Google documents. You might want to give me a second, but I can tell you exactly what I did.
Giants.
And Panthers.
Any Packers fans, Giants fans, or Panthers. I'll take either one. I'll be happy with either one.
Panthers.
You have a Panthers fan? You getting a defensive tackle from what I had written down.
They need an offensive line.
Yeah, well, guess. And here's the sad thing about it: you guys don't pick till Friday.
Why?
They don't have a first round pick.
Why? What happened?
Well, you make trades and you do all this stuff, and nothing seems to work out for you, Panthers. Nothing.
They need a line. That boy is going to get killed again. Like, he was running for his life all season.
Yeah, well, we need a lot of stuff in the draft, but the draft is the draft, and people don't always do what they told. So with the 39th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers will select Brandon Fisk, defensive tackle from Florida State, who is not as dynamic as you would think, but he is dynamic on stunts, games, and ability to, get through the gaps with ease. And I'm paraphrasing what I wrote, okay? Because it was better to do it over my phone, but I'm using my phone to do the podcast, so I'm just kind of paraphrasing with what's written down. Anybody else I got from part 1? Panthers.
Giants.
I got a Giants fan. Okay, hold on. Let me scroll up here. Give me a second. With the 6th pick in the 2024 NFL
they got
Draft.
the 6th pick, and Panthers is all the way till Friday.
Yep.
39th.
Wow.
With the 6th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Malik Nabers, wide receiver from LSU. Nabers is a quarterback's dream, has a loaded toolbox, includes the ability to win off the line of scrimmage and go downfield with the best of them with physicality and separates from defenders. But he's not that big in size. He's like another Devontae Smith, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But at least you get a weapon that Daniel Jones can
Possibly.
use.
Okay, who do you think the Giants will compensate for Saquon?
Compensate for Saquon.
Who do you think? So basically, who do you think they're going to use other than, since they no longer have Saquon?
Either they can go out into the 2nd round and get a running back, go into free agency still, because there's still some running backs.
Oh,
out
Ezekiel
there.
Elliott, right?
Yeah, there's still some running backs out there that they can try to go for. Because
forgot.
I don't know who the backup is, because see, there's certain players that overshadow because you do so good at that position and you rarely get hurt. There's certain players in a position that be overshadowed. So I don't know if the backup to Saquon Barkley is going to see more playing time. I don't know. And I don't even know his name like that. Now, I apologize, but I don't, because he's played mostly every game, unless he's, had an ankle injury or of some sort or whatever. And even in that, nobody really knew who that backup running back was. So
feel
I think
like
that backup running back, if you don't go in the draft and get one,
Mhm.
and if they don't go into free agency, the backup to Saquon at the time, he's going to see more playing time.
question. So you are a North Carolinian. Actually, he is not. He is a New Yorker. But anyways,
Borderline between Philadelphia and New York.
right.
Borderline.
Why don't you go for the Panthers? Actually, I think he's answered this question, but go ahead.
I think I have.
Just not recently.
I don't go for the Panthers because I didn't gravitate towards the Panthers growing up. Before I started with football, I just knew of teams. I didn't know nothing about the Eagles versus Cowboys rivalry. I knew none of that stuff. I just liked watching it and wanted to play it because it looked fun to do. So that's why I don't really gravitate towards the Panthers. And plus, like my mom said, I'm borderline between Philly and New York.
Yeah.
So
he grew up in New York, so he doesn't know. Like if anything, the question should be why he's not a Buffalo fan
or a Giants fan
or a Giants
Jets
fan. Yeah, because when he came down here, I think his first jersey was
the Rams. Kurt Warner.
Like he wasn't interested really into who people were then. And then even when we came down here, we were Eagle fans. Like that's all he really knew. His brother actually was liking Cowboys at that time, and then we were like, "Oh no, sir, you can't do that. We Eagle fans."
No. Correction.
He
liked Tony Romo, and I did too. And at the time, I didn't know any better. So Eagles fans don't hate me when I say this. I had a Diary of a Wimpy Kid journal that I wrote in, and it asked the question, "What's your favorite team?" And I put the Cowboys. Not knowing, I didn't know anything about the rivalry and stuff, and didn't really get into it until
later.
And that was around when I was 7 years old and stuff, and my mom and dad had to raise me right.
Yeah, we had to make sure that he knew that was not going on in our house.
Yeah, and I put my other favorite team was the Packers.
Yep.
In that book, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
That book is long gone now. So.
But yeah, he just really we never, as parents, ever really dealt anything that had to do with the Panthers. So I think it's not like we don't like them, because actually we will watch them, especially if we don't have a game going on. We actually do watch them. That's how, like, I feel bad for Bryce right now because he don't have a line. I really feel bad for Bryce Young because I feel like he's going to get beat up.
Well, even if he does have a line, then what? Because I've seen him when the games that they won and the line was holding up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've seen him, and I'm not impressed that much. I'm not really impressed. Maybe if they do get a line to help him out, that it'll be better. But I'm not really impressed even with the games that they did win and the line held up. I'm not impressed. You blew a lead against the Dolphins. The Dolphins, who were losing by 14-0 at one point. You let them crawl back 14-3, 14-10, and then second half of the game, you let them crawl their way back. In Miami. So, I'm just saying. Is it the line? Or is it him? Just let me know. Let me know. Help me out.
Yep, yeah. So that's the question, y'all. What do y'all think? Is it his line, or is it Bryce Young, or was it coaching? Because doesn't he have a new coach?
Man, ever since 2022, 2021, somewhere around there. When did Ron Rivera leave? Like 2020, 2021, somewhere around there?
I don't think they have like the same coach.
Yeah, they haven't had the same coach since 2021, 2020, somewhere around there. The coaching carousel has been an uphill battle around North Carolina. But real quickly, I wanted to talk about the double standard in women and men's sports. Because one of the double standards I want to talk to you about is the fact that we got to bring the women into this conversation. The pay. The women don't get paid enough. Why do the men get paid more than the women? We should be, if you eat women, the men got to eat, and vice versa. And it should be equal opportunity right down the middle, right down the line. That's how it should be. But because this group watches more of this, or this person watches more of that, and well, we really don't like the women's sports, and knock it off. Let these players get paid. And we're just now, after all these years, instituting the WNBA. We're just now talking about expanding. Come on now. Why do we wait till Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso get drafted in this year's draft? Now all of a sudden, here we come all these years later in the WNBA draft. Now we want to talk about extensions. Where's the double standard in that? And the whole double standard on taunting or whatever you want to call it. Angel Reese does this, she's a bad guy. Caitlin Clark does this to her, she's bad. But now let it be LeBron doing something like this. I ain't say nothing about LeBron when he did the little crown or anything. But yet we can do it to women. Trash them, make them look like bad guys.
I think, I can't...
Help me, help you.
I can't understand, but it's been like this for years. Women in a whole have fought for everything, just to be treated with some type of dignity and respect. And when it comes to a black woman, oh my God, she has to fight 10 times harder. I always tell people, if a black woman gets one octave too loud, then we're hostile. We're mean. We're hateful. We show just the least bit of confidence, then we're arrogant. We're trying to be, a villain and this and that. And it's just hard, It's hard. It's very sad that these women that you just spoke about, Angel Reese, and Caitlin Clark, have brought more money into one sport. I myself never watched women's NCAA basketball, but they had me glued to the TV. And now I'm waiting for a WNBA.
It's coming
because it's going to be so exciting. And it's all because of those two women. Because of those two women. And so they need their respect. They absolutely need all their respect. And I really can't wait. I really can't wait. I think it's going to be really exciting to see those women play some ball.
Oh, preseason starts May 4th.
And I think they said Angel Reese will...
she's a starter. She wouldn't be drafted first round.
No, I'm saying she's finishing up her school so she can graduate. I think I commend her for that. I do. I commend her for that.
She's probably taking online classes.
Or you never know, but whatever it is, I commend her for getting her education. That's very good for her.
You don't find too many. Well, that's a rule in all sports. If you're going to go to the pros, you have to finish your collegiate career. You can't just come out in the draft and just not.
So she's finishing everything, and I appreciate that. I think that's really good, especially that I am raising a young lady myself. So I think that's going to be really good to, use. She's at gymnastics.
Right now. As we speak. She's not too happy.
Alabama lost last night, but...
she only wants to go to Alabama because her daddy just talks about it so much.
Well, and one of the gymnasts there, Gabby is a gymnast that actually that used to be at her gym, but Gabby did really good last night. Her scores were awesome. But LSU is in, and she's a Finnegan fan, so no worries. Don't even stress. Lyric's fine because she loves Finnegan.
Why Alabama? Why she can't just go to the ACC?
Yeah, she could go to NC.
You can go to NC State, who has the top.
Oh yeah, they were the bomb.
Ranked.
They didn't do good once they got to the NCAA, but they were killing it there for a minute.
I'm just saying.
And we have a gymnast from the gym there too, as well. So.
And you can go to any school in ACC, and I'm not saying just go to Wake, but Alabama to North Carolina. That's
Yes, he's very protective of Lyric. Very, very, very,
Alabama and North Carolina. That's
very, very,
too
very,
much.
very. If just put it this way, when he buys her school clothes, Isaiah makes sure her, if it's tight, she ain't getting it. If it's supposed to be tight, she said she ain't getting it. I feel sorry for her when it comes to time for her to start going out. It's not going to be good.
No.
It's not.
No. We're not thinking that way. I can't even, I ain't ready for the one behind the camera yet. No.
Yeah, Zay's very protective.
Not dating till you're 35.
God.
Good grief, Lyric will be 35 before she can date. That's what he said.
So I gotta wait a whole.
Matter of fact, I'll put that in my will. I go, you can date.
Okay, so I gotta wait a whole.
Forever.
26 years. I gotta wait your age.
Yeah, I'm picking though. I'm picking.
Excuse me.
I know
sorry,
you
y'all.
I know you like.
Don't.
Yes.
Don't get in that.
No. We're not gonna do
Isaiah.
that. We're not gonna do the. Oh, I thought you were talking. Oh, yeah.
Isaiah.
We're not gonna do.
So the question: do you show affection to Lyric? Yes.
A lot.
Yeah, he actually shows Lyric more affection than he does me. I just got a hug a couple of days ago. He came up and gave me a hug, but in Bible study he played with her hair, which she loved, and almost put her to sleep. But yeah, he shows her affection. He's always hugging on her and touching on her.
In here one time.
Yeah, she got scared and came and
took
slept
over my bed.
So he, I don't know. Lyric is kind of like his little comforter. Yeah, he doesn't. Now there, she knows when he wants to be bothered and stuff, and she'll go in her room when he don't want to be bothered. But now she's usually in here, baby dolls, everything in here, pretty much all the time. But yeah, he shows her affection. He doesn't show me or his dad. He's not a hugger to everybody, and he's not. But he does hug his sister.
I had an embarrassing moment yesterday.
Why?
An embarrassing moment. I told you about that embarrassing moment coming out of the church. Your car and her car looked just the same.
Oh yeah.
And I tried to open the door, and I looked out the window, and I guess my brain wasn't on, and I'm like, dang, Mom.
Here's
and
a lady
I had to wave at her. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, kind of.
Yeah.
Sorry. You good? Sorry. And then I saw Mom's car off on the side, and she ain't even looking and paying attention. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it was a green Dodge Journey, and I have a gray Dodge Journey.
And it was dark. I couldn't
and
see.
It was starting to get dark, and it was my fault. Normally, I would blow the horn just to be like, hey, I'm over here in the corner, and I was not paying attention that he was on his way out the door, so it was kind of my fault too. And he said he got embarrassed, but it's okay. Our people at our church are so nice. They're very nice.
I gotta print out the Chicago Sky schedule.
Uh-oh.
I have to
Isaiah.
I'm taking questions at this moment, everybody.
Isaiah, do you plan on getting Angel Reese's Sky jersey?
Yeah, if you could find it for me.
Yeah, we'll put it up. Is he still a Lakers fan? Is LeBron still on the Lakers, honey? Don't look. As long as he's playing, he's a Lakers fan.
He won't be after this year, but I'll be a Warrior.
Yeah, he'll be a Warrior or whatever.
No.
But
Yeah, that means in turn you will be too, because you don't even you just like LeBron because I like
AD!
LeBron.
And he likes
Thank
AD.
you very much.
Oh well.
Yeah, he likes AD. I like AD too, but
Yeah, well. You don't even watch it. Man, this man don't even.
I can't watch it.
because he be sleep. Their games come on late. Justice is
Well,
sleep.
some of them that come on at 3:30, 6 something, he don't even be sitting there watching it. I had to make him watch it.
No, you don't.
Okay, so
yeah, he is still a LeBron fan, right, Zay?
I am.
Say
still
no
a
worries.
fan.
I don't know why
I
his
grew up
jersey.
to Jordan.
I don't know if he has a LeBron. Yeah, he has LeBron. He has a Cavaliers, Lakers. He just doesn't have it up. I don't know why I didn't know, but he's definitely still a LeBron fan. Now, I can't tell you he'll be a Laker fan.
After this season, I don't know what I'll be. I don't know if I'll be retired, or I don't know if his son is coming. I don't know what it is. And I believe they got their jersey out. Oh my God.
Nothing happened.
5.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. He's actually eating on the bottom of if you can see, he's over there. Ain't nothing happened to him. It's just we turn it off so that you guys can hear him talk, because if not, you'll hear nothing's wrong.
Causes a lot of feedback.
That's what you need.
He is over there. Look, I guess is trying to let you guys see that he is alive and well. Say hey, Drake. See, nothing wrong with Drake.
I don't know if that says 99 or 59, but I
Want me to go in there and check?
No,
Look, he's actually looking up the jersey since everybody wants to ask him about. Now he's looking.
I saw it, you know.
But do you know what number it was?
Isaiah, do you
Number 5.
Isaiah, you have a question. Do you sing at church?
Oh,
I do sing at church.
He does.
I do sing at church. It's not this coming Sunday. It's next Sunday.
And he
I
does
will try
video.
to make a video so you guys can see Isaiah.
I'm only helping somebody leading this song.
He sings at church, and he's not I know you're trying to think, but he gets nervous, but once he gets the mic, he's fine. But as soon as he gets done, he goes right back in the shell, just like right now. He's good because he's doing something he likes, but as soon as the camera goes off, he goes right back to being Isaiah.
Oh, as soon as the camera goes off, I have a date with Florida State to attend to.
Yeah, so he has
I will be
literally
eating in my room. I will be drinking ginger ale, eating whatever it is for dinner, and I will do that.
hot dogs and hamburgers today.
What, hot dogs and hamburgers?
Hey, I'm okay.
No, you didn't say it right, Justice.
I'm okay. We have our ways of saying things differently, guys. So
that's our way.
Yeah,
we're
okay.
Justice was so worried. I had to let him know. I'm like, dude, Duke is ranked. Okay, he don't ever.
We should have never lost.
He don't ever want us to. He is one of them fans that his optimism is just up there.
They're talking about Wake Forest baseball.
He wants Wake Forest to just win every game, and that's not possible. I mean, it is, but it isn't. You know, because baseball is it's baseball. It's unpredictable.
It's our game, but it's not our game.
Isaiah, what is your favorite scripture?
John 3:16.
Same.
John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life.
What was can you tell them what your first scripture you remembered, like you memorized? And this is so funny, y'all.
Psalms 100.
Yep.
That was it.
Make a joyful noise.
That's too long.
And,
that is too long to memorize.
We went to a church where they said it
every Sunday.
Every Sunday. So one day we were sitting in the house, and he said him and his brother and his cousins were playing church, and all of a sudden I hear, "Make a joyful noise." And I was like, wait a minute, he's reciting the whole 100 song. Like, he recited the whole 100 Psalms, and it was, but he says John 3:16.
John 3:16. That is my scripture.
Mine is Romans 8. and 28.
For we know.
That's right. Now my husband says it's not, but it
And
is.
we know for him.
And we know, but it is for we know that all things work together. That's the way I say it. That's the way
part
I
of the
it.
scripture. Read the whole thing. That's part of it. For we know that all things work together. Okay, that's part of it. Keep going. There's more to it.
Yeah, it absolutely is more to it. But,
okay. Keep going.
But we fight back and forth, me and my husband, about it, because he'll be like, babe, it's not for we know. It is for we know. Because we got to talk to each other. But he will be back in June to argue that. So if you come back, you can listen to him argue to me about
June, it will be breaking down every game on the Eagles' schedule, because in a couple of weeks, the schedule will be, I think, actually on my graduation day that the schedule is supposed to be coming out. We'll know more about it. They announced it during the draft.
I just feel like the WNBA, those girls don't have a second. Like, they start playing next couple of weeks. They're going to be playing. Saturday. Like, I'm like, Jesus.
They play not this coming Saturday or tomorrow's Saturday, like 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. That's crazy. They just like...
And Angel Reese has got to play. It's preseason.
Oh, wow.
And it's only 2 preseason games. It's like 2 preseason games, quick turnaround into the season.
I'm excited. I don't know about any other woman, but I'm excited. Let's put us women's basketball on the mat. Man. Well,
I'm not just watching because Angel Reese is a beautiful girl. I'm watching her because I like seeing her play.
Yeah, she's a beast.
Now, there's a lot of men that just want to just see butt and tatas and whatnot, but that's not what I'm watching.
She's a beast. And I think Camilla, am I saying her name right?
Camilla,
that girl.
Camilla Cadorso.
Yes, that girl. Woo! Honey, you better step away from her, cause that girl she don't play no games either. I
hear Angel Reese and her talking junk. You saw that little video of them playing against each other, talking junk, guarding each other.
I just couldn't, like, it's intense. I can't wait. I absolutely cannot wait. So
it was surreal trying to play against her. Now all of a sudden she's playing with her.
Right, and so they ain't, like she said, ain't nobody getting no rebounds. It's over for y'all.
Chicago Sky winning the championship this year. I'm calling it. We're calling it. They're going to win the championship this year. I got any more?
He likes, what favorite cartoon?
Oh, wow. That's redundant.
That's easy.
That's
I was getting ready to say, if you see any video of him, he's wearing it every video almost.
Lord, that is the easiest thing ever. You may, sir. It's there.
He is yellow. Lives in the sea.
You may notice it.
SpongeBob.
I don't have to do any more talking other than that. That's done.
He loves SpongeBob, and his cousin.
Seasons on Prime.
His cousin is the same way. So I think she's 2 years older than you, and so they yeah.
I need slippers though. I need the slippers.
Yeah, she has slippers, so I gotta find him.
And she needs the robe.
And that's what she said. She needs the robe, so I need to try to figure that out too. The robe and the slippers. Yep, absolutely.
Absolutely. Do I have any more questions, comments, or concerns as of this moment?
Autism walk. We don't know if there's an autism walk in our local. Isaiah?
And I hate to say it like this, but I have to say it like this. Around here where we're from, nobody really particularly cares, and I hate to say it like that.
They don't.
But
we don't have a lot of autism.
They care, but they don't care.
Events around here. I guess if we were in Raleigh, maybe, but we don't, and that is almost an hour and 30 plus minutes for us to get there. So no, but we do have some really nice neighbors in our neighborhood who have put out their lights for Isaiah. So that was very nice. He
just figured that out
the other day. He was coming in. He said, "Mom, guess what?" And they had their lights out, shining for autism. But just this area, we haven't had. And believe me, there are young children who follow us here on TikTok and look, you advocate for yourself in this area. The adults as well as the children, parents will tell you we do not have a lot of resources. Now, we do have a place that adults and children can go. That's called Q's Corner. It's by William Hayes. His son's little bouncy, jumpy trampoline park here in this area, and that is for children with special needs. But other than that, it's just not a lot of stuff around here.
I had a fire truck.
Oh yeah. Oh, we have an
a
autism fire truck that's in the parade every year.
Yeah, but that fire truck is located in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Yeah, so it's just like the further you are to our capital, the better you are, I guess. But now I will say the school system here has helped Isaiah tremendously. But a lot of Isaiah's intervention came from Jefferson County, which is in Watertown, New York. But here they also helped him as well.
They invited me to that reunion years ago. You remember that? Because they remodeled. Like, are you going to pay for my plane ticket? And even in that, we don't even have a plane or anything. We don't have a airport in Watertown, New York. So what we had to do when Nana came into town, we had to go to Syracuse.
Yeah, pick her up and then
30-minute drive
down
home.
to get there. So, but yeah, we do have
and it was right
resources. Let me correct that. We do have resources, and you can get those things available, but you definitely have to go like through your doc. It's not like a lot of places where you can just, I don't know. We just don't have a lot of, like I said, I haven't heard of one autism walk or donations or anything like that. So
I will definitely try to push that because I have somebody who is the mayor.
Yeah, that we can talk about. Well. Yep, so we can kind of have that conversation.
Try to push that
and say something about it. Oh, and so y'all asked about Drake. That was him. He just threw a rock. I don't know if that's his way of telling Isaiah to wrap it up or what, but that's what he's doing. He's grabbing rocks and throwing them.
Jerking, just.
He likes playing with rocks. You remember that mall we used to go to in Syracuse? The Carousel Mall, yeah. But it's called Destiny USA now.
Oh, yeah.
And it doesn't look nothing like when I was in there when I was younger.
I almost had
you remodeled it. They still got the carousel in there, but they just don't call it the Carousel Mall no more. They call it Destiny USA.
I wish you guys could see this crazy fish. Like, it's literally picking up little rocks, and then he's acting crazy. Like, Isaiah has, it's almost like it's trained. It's
just
don't do that on purpose.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Look, Isaiah, look. This thing is crazy, y'all. Drake, and we all know Isaiah loves Drake and Lil Wayne.
Stop.
It's eating. Why is he throwing the rocks? What is the deal with that?
That's his way of playing.
Oh.
What are you doing? Stop it. Stop. No. Okay. Whatever. Do you?
That's it so far, baby.
That's the questions?
Yep.
Everything else? Okay, with that being said, I'm ending this because obviously Drake wants me to end this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for... No, I'm just playing. You didn't ruin anything. You're fine. You're my guy.
You're a fish.
Listen, you guys.
But subscribe and like and comment to Isaiah Pfeiffer. That is where you're going to find music and the podcast being posted up and stuff like that and whatnot.
Oh, yes, you guys. Please go to his YouTube channel. I'm going to also put the link in the bio so that you guys, anytime you want to see it, as well, the link to the church so you guys can hear him. And you can see him on YouTube, our church YouTube radio station channel on Thursday.
You see the back of my head.
But you see the back of his head, but you do hear him. They call his name is Birdman, of course.
This self-explanatory.
Yeah. So, and you get they take really good care of him. I appreciate them. I really do. Me and my husband appreciate them.
I just had a shout out last week going off the air because we had a 2-week break for Easter.
Yeah.
And the next one we take is in July. That's 2 weeks for the 4th of July. And Radar was doing that show, and he's like, shout out to Birdman, because he actually helped me out, helped me navigate it, this, that, and the third, stuff like that. And everybody congratulated me. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, I played my part. I played my position in the kingdom. Everybody got to play their part in their position. Stay in your lane. My lane is to help you out with the sound, and if I feel, that my opinion and how to, like yesterday, I did that yesterday. So the guy, Big T, he texted me. He's like, okay, well, unless Stats is going to do his baseball report, it's our guy that does baseball.
Yeah.
Unless he does the baseball report, you're going to be first. And I texted him. I told him Stats is going to be first because he did tell me he was going to take 5 minutes. And I had to do my draft stuff quickly yesterday. My parents swear up and down, no, you didn't read it too fast. I felt like I did. But when you got people calling, and that's God's
and
show,
you can go back, you guys, on the radio, our radio station.
Tell you what,
YouTube,
I send it through to Mom,
and I can pin
episode.
it so you guys can see it. How about that? But anytime you want to see Isaiah, they can go to your YouTube channel,
Isaiah Pfeiffer. You'll see me with my graduation cap and robe on.
Right.
And by the way, I just took new pictures this week, so
yep,
maybe you'll get to see them soon. Maybe you won't. I don't know how that's gonna work,
but we will definitely. So just anytime you guys want to go there, and
you're all invited to graduation.
And thank you guys for gifts and likes and all those things as we get ready. Isaiah's gonna say a few last words, I guess.
Thank you all for the support.
Thank you, Dream.
Thank you for everything, the likes and everything. And like I said, you're all invited to graduation because,
I can go live. I will go live May 9th at 4 o'clock.
Now, we're not going to do the
Eastern
whole
time.
Ceremony per se.
I will just do Isaiah's part.
Yeah.
You guys can all see Isaiah.
But, I mean, it will be the ceremony, but it will be all the way up until I walk across the stage, and then that's a wrap.
And it will be one of the biggest blessings for you to see. You will really, truly be seeing a miracle because Isaiah will have 3 degrees, you guys.
3
degrees. And you are talking and looking at a child who he used to echo, which is if I would say, what is your name? He would say, what is your name? And I would say Isaiah, and he would say Isaiah. He did not write. I mean, he went to kindergarten. He could not write. He couldn't hold a pencil. He couldn't do any of that. And he writes, he types, he reads. He does all the things that they said that he would not be able to do. So he will have 3 degrees under his belt. He stuck with it. He stayed focused. He didn't jump from one thing to another. He said, this is what I'm going to do. He did it. He got it. So it will be a blessing for us to share that day with all of you guys.
And
so we
making
do say
money
thank
off
you.
of it.
Yeah, so
making money off of it.
So here we go. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for the tune in and the show. This is going to be awesome.
We'll see you guys next week.
3 degrees.